Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ready for another deep dive. Today we're going to be talking about something that's, well, it's kind of spooky when you think about it, but also really cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's artificial intelligence and how it's already a part of our everyday lives.
hmm
We found this awesome article from Morgan State University called Enhancing Everyday Life, how AI is revolutionizing your daily experience. And it's got all these examples of how AI is working behind the scenes, you
Yeah,
know?
right. Like it's almost like it's hiding in plain sight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we thought it'd be fun to unpack this a bit and figure out what it all means for us.
Definitely, because a lot of times when people think about AI, they think about, the future and like robots and all that stuff.
Oh, totally. Like spaceships and all that.
Yeah, but actually AI is already here. It's
Yeah.
like it's already happening. It's like woven into our lives, in ways we don't even realize.
Yeah, it's wild. Like when you
Yeah.
actually stop and think about it, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, for example, think about AI as like your personal assistant,
Mm.
you know,
Yeah.
helping you manage like your schedule, your to-do list. I
Yeah.
mean, I know I'm constantly using my digital calendar
Right.
and reminders and things like that. And that's AI.
It is. Yeah. All those little reminders and notifications and things.
Yeah.
That's AI using something called natural language processing to kind of like figure out
Oh, wow.
what you need and when you need it.
Oh.
But it goes even further. Like there's this thing called machine learning.
Oh.
And it basically allows these AI systems to learn from your behavior. So the more you use them,
Yeah.
the better they get at predicting what you need.
So it's like, it's getting to know me.
It is. It's getting to know you. It's figuring out your habits, your preferences,
Wow.
and then it can tailor those experiences to you.
Which I guess is why sometimes
Or shopping websites. Like, how do they know?
right.
It's like magic.
Well, remember back in the day, like when those recommendations were totally off? Like, remember when Netflix would suggest documentaries when you only watched rom-coms?
Oh, yeah. It was like they didn't even know me at all.
Exactly. But AI has changed all that. Now it's like these algorithms are analyzing all your past choices,
Yeah.
like what you've watched,
Hmm.
what you buy, even how long you look at something on a page.
Really?
Yeah. And then they use all that to figure out what you might be interested in.
Wow. So it's like having a friend who knows your taste perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
a friend who can always recommend the perfect book or movie.
That's awesome. But I guess it also makes you think about, like, are we getting stuck in a bubble
Oh, yeah.
where we're only seeing things that we already agree with?
Mm-hmm. That's a great point. Like AI can be super helpful in filtering out all the information overload online,
Totally.
but it's important to be aware of that, like that potential for getting stuck in an echo chamber.
Yeah, for sure. Food for thought, right? Definitely something to think about.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
The article also talks about how AI is like revolutionizing healthcare.
Yeah.
And this is where things get really exciting.
It is. It's one of the most promising areas for sure.
Like just think about wearable technology,
Right.
like smartwatches that track your heart rate, your sleep.
Your blood oxygen levels, even.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. And then AI can take all that data and analyze it
Okay.
and like find patterns. And maybe even alert you to health issues before you even notice anything's wrong.
That's incredible. It's like having a personal doctor on your wrist.
It is. It's like a little health guardian.
And what about telemedicine?
Oh, yeah.
That's become so important lately.
Absolutely. And AI is playing a big role there, too.
Really? How so?
Well, there's these AI-powered chatbots that can,
Chatbots.
they can provide basic medical advice and, triage patients, help them decide if they need to see a doctor or not. And this can save a ton of time and money and stress.
That makes sense.
And some telemedicine platforms even use AI to analyze medical images.
Really?
Yeah, it can help doctors make diagnoses.
That's amazing. So it's like AI is bringing healthcare into like the future.
Right, making
Yeah.
it more accessible, more personalized, and way more efficient.
I love it. Okay, but speaking of efficiency,
Yeah.
let's talk about how AI is like changing the way we communicate.
Oh, okay.
I mean, think about how much time we spend on email every day.
Oh my gosh, so much time.
It's like a black hole. It
Right.
never ends.
It's true.
But luckily, it seems like AI is coming to the rescue here, too.
Oh, it is, yeah. Email applications now use AI to filter out spam.
Oh, thank goodness.
Right. Prioritize important messages
Okay.
and even categorize emails based on what's in them.
Wow.
And some even have these smart replies.
It's not replies.
Yeah, that can save you time by suggesting quick responses.
So it's like having a little secretary in my inbox.
Exactly. It's like a super efficient assistant.
That's awesome. And what about those chatbots?
Oh, yeah, those are everywhere now.
Like they're popping up on every website?
I know, and guess what? They're powered by AI.
Oh, of course.
They can provide instant customer support, answer questions, even help you book appointments or order food.
Oh, wow.
And they can handle like tons of conversations at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they can often solve problems way faster than a human.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But it does make you wonder about, the human jobs. Like,
Yeah.
is AI going to replace customer service reps?
That's a big question a lot of people are asking.
Yeah.
And it's definitely something we need to think about carefully. But it's important to remember that AI is a tool.
Okay.
Like it can automate certain tasks,
Yeah.
but it's not necessarily replacing humans altogether.
So it's more about like freeing up human workers to do other things.
Exactly. Like more complex and creative tasks.
Because they require like human empathy.
Yeah, exactly. And problem-solving skills.
Okay, so instead of seeing AI as like a threat, maybe we should see it as like a collaborator.
Exactly. It's a partner.
Like helping us be more efficient and productive so we can focus on the things that we're good at.
Yes. The things that humans do best.
Okay, I like that. And you know what? It's not just about practicality and efficiency.
Right.
AI can also like enhance our creative side.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Which is crazy. Like, who knew that AI could be artistic?
Right.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So you know those photo editing apps that use AI to like touch up your pictures or like add those cool filters?
Oh, yeah.
Well, AI is being used to do even more than that. Like it can compose music.
Really?
Yeah, generate poetry, even write movie scripts.
Whoa, that's wild. Like, I always thought of creativity as like a human thing, But it sounds like AI is like blurring the lines a bit.
It is. It's definitely challenging our ideas of what it means to be creative.
Yeah.
But I think instead of seeing it as like a threat, it's more about AI like opening up new possibilities for us.
So like expanding what we can do.
Exactly. Like imagine a musician using AI to come up with new melodies.
Oh.
Or a writer working with AI to explore different ways of telling a story.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like a whole new world of creative exploration.
So we've talked about AI as a personal assistant, a health guru, a communication whiz, and now a creative partner.
Right.
Is there anything AI can't do?
Well, AI is still pretty young, like
Yeah.
it's still developing, and there are definitely things it can't do yet.
Okay, like what?
Well, for example, AI can process tons of information and make decisions based on data,
Right.
but it doesn't have like common sense or emotional intelligence
Right.
like humans do.
Yeah, you can't really program empathy or intuition.
Exactly. AI is really good at things like recognizing patterns,
Okay.
analyzing data, and logical thinking. But when it comes to understanding like social cues or navigating those tricky emotional situations or making decisions that involve human values,
Right.
that's where AI kind of falls short.
So we're still a long way from AI being like truly human.
Yeah, I think so. And that's why it's so important to be careful and responsible. As we develop AI, we need to make sure it's used in a way that benefits everyone.
Yeah, like ethically.
Exactly. And speaking of ethics, one of the big challenges with AI is bias.
Bias.
Yeah, like, you know how AI algorithms are trained on massive amounts of data?
Right.
Well, if that data reflects existing biases in society, the AI system can actually learn those biases and perpetuate them.
And that could lead to like discrimination.
Exactly. Like, imagine an AI system that's used to approve loans,
Okay.
but it's biased against certain groups of people.
That would be terrible.
It would have a huge impact on people's lives.
Yeah, for sure. So how do we prevent that?
Well, one important thing is diversity.
Okay.
Like having diverse teams of people working on AI development.
People from different backgrounds?
Exactly. People with different perspectives who can help spot and fix potential biases.
That makes sense. And what about transparency?
Well, that's super important too.
Like knowing how these systems are making decisions.
Exactly. We need to understand how they work, what data they're using, and how they're reaching their conclusions.
Yeah.
That way we can hold them accountable and address any ethical concerns.
So it's not just about the technology itself.
Right?
It's about the people behind it.
It's about the choices we make about how we develop and use AI.
Okay. So it's like a shared responsibility.
Exactly. And that brings us to another important point, the impact of AI on jobs.
Right. We touched on that earlier.
Yeah, a lot of people worry that AI will automate jobs out of existence.
Yeah. And leave people unemployed.
It's a valid concern, and it's something we need to be ready for. As AI gets smarter,
Yeah.
it will definitely automate some tasks that humans currently do.
Okay. But does that mean mass unemployment?
Not necessarily. It's more about a shift in the types of skills that will be needed.
So instead of AI taking our jobs,
Mm-hmm.
it's more like AI changing the nature of work.
Exactly. As AI takes over those routine tasks,
Yeah.
the jobs of the future will need more creativity, critical thinking, problem solving.
And emotional intelligence.
Right.
So it's like AI is pushing us to evolve.
Yeah, to develop those uniquely human skills
That will set us apart.
in an increasingly automated world.
Wow, this is all so fascinating.
It is, right?
But that's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
AI is already having a big impact on our lives,
Mm-hmm.
but it feels like we're just getting started.
You're right. And that's what makes this whole field so exciting.
Yeah.
AI is constantly evolving. The possibilities are endless.
What are we talking about here?
Well, think about smart homes that know what you need before you even ask.
Right.
Self-driving cars that change transportation, personalized education that adapts to each student.
It's like we're living in a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, but it's